today we're going to talk about, I don't know why I clapped. Oh my God. Okay, so today we're going to talk about self-care. I'm going to share with you 3 self-care practices that are really easy to incorporate in your life. And not only that, that they're really, really good to help you with period problems, to help you with hormone balance, right? And I'm also going to talk about the science behind self-care. So I know like there's a lot of self-care and self-care here, self-care there, and I sometimes get my eyes roll because I talk about self-care. But the thing is, it's like it is extremely important because as I'm always talking, our cortisol levels are usually raised, and that's one thing I see with most of the women I work with. I see low magnesium, I see high cortisol levels, and obviously I see some period problems, PMS, I'm talking about mood swings, weight gain, unexplained weight gain and difficulty losing it. I also see sleep disturbances, fatigue, low energy levels, which obviously go into fatigue, right? And many other things that come with that. And the thing is, and I usually explain, is that cortisol and our stress hormone is really easy to get raised because first of all, in the morning, we usually wake up and our cortisol are higher. If our cortisol is working fine, our cortisol levels are usually higher in the morning. Then if you have your coffee, then that increases cortisol because it stresses the adrenals. But then if you go and work out and do like a HIIT training or something that is really intense for your body, it's also going to stress your body because in high intensity workouts increase our cortisol. And sometimes like for some people that's good, but for some people that are struggling with already excess of cortisol, it's not that great. But that's again a topic for another day. I always like go into tangents. That's it. And then we have the everyday stressors that we sometimes don't notice, that are maybe traffic, job, like the house, groceries, our to-do list, whatever it is that adds into that stress. So I usually say that we wake up with an empty glass, right? In the morning, that glass is empty, but we go on our phone and then it's social media and it's the news and all these stressors I just mentioned, and our cup ends up filling up, right? So that's why it's super important to put aside time for self-care. And so here are the 3 things that are going to help you and that don't take a long time. Well, it depends on which one you choose, but again, that you can practice either every single day or once every other day. You can practice the 3 of them together. You can practice one each day. It's totally up to you. The first one is going to be a bath with Epsom salts. And why Epsom salts and why this is like such a common thing, but here's the thing, Epsom salts are really, really high in magnesium. So I usually suggest to my clients and the women I work with that to have a Epsom salt bath, usually in your PMS week and your menstrual cycle, because Epsom salts are very high in magnesium, and as I mentioned a million times before, magnesium is really good. It's going to help relax the muscles, it's going to reduce cramping, period pain, it's going to replenish that, it's going to help you sleep better, it's going to help with your mood, and again, it's going to contribute with a ton of biochemical reactions in your body. So having a bath with Epsom salts, it's amazing. If you can have one every day, amazing. If you can't, at least try to have one on your PMS week and one during your menstrual phase, and you're going to see how much better you feel too. So that's one self-care practice, and you can play music, read a book while you're in the tub, something that gets you distracted from those everyday stressors, okay? Then number 2, another thing you can do, and this takes literally 2 minutes, is dry skin brushing. So with a dry brush, just do it before the shower. The technique goes, you start from your legs all the way up, because that's how our lymphatic system works. Our lymphatic system is our kind of a draining systems where all the toxins are, and we want to help those toxins get out of our body. And this is a really great way because it reduces inflammation, and if we have less inflammation, then our hormones work better and work more in synergy and in balance. Okay, so you start from all the way up. For your arms, you just go down here, and for your belly, you just go like clockwise, right? So that's one thing. Another thing you can do, that you can add to the bath, or that you can do every day, 2 minutes before your shower. It takes no time, and then you have your warm shower, and you're gonna feel like really good. You're also gonna boost your immune system by doing so, because you're helping those toxins kind of move around their body and get eliminated. And number 3 is legs up the wall. So I shared this one with you before. Legs up the wall is a restorative yoga pose that it actually works on your adrenals. And remember, adrenals, cortisol, stress, you know, so it actually helps you lower down that stress level. So what I want you to do is just go on the floor. You can put your yoga mat or whatever mat you have so you're comfier. Put your bum all the way close to the wall, as closer as you can get it, and your legs up. And you can stay there for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you can fit in your schedule. That's gonna help. Okay, and while you have your legs up the wall, play some like Spanish music, put on some lavender in your diffuser, in your wrists, and try to practice deep breathing. And that is like your belly has to go up, like raise and then down, and raise and down. And if you want to be mindful, you can put something heavy here, like a bean bag, or you can do like a book, and then you can just focus on how it's racing up and down. Because if you're in your phone, and if you're like kind of like with kids running around or your dog, it cannot be as relaxing. So I want you just to take this time for yourself to help reduce our cortisol level, which again is going to help with a lot of our PMS and a lot of our hormonal problems that we have. And it's a very simple practice, right? So now we're closer to the holidays. For some of you, the holidays may be really stressful, so this is a great time to start incorporating more self-care. For some of you, maybe the magical time of the year, which you buy gifts, and that is also self-care. And anything that gets you distracted from your everyday stressors is something that's going to help you. If you cannot do these 3 things, just focus on something that you love. Maybe you love painting, maybe you love puzzling, maybe you love going outside, going in nature. It's also really helpful, really grounding, and really relaxing for those things. It's no hocus pocus, even though it sounds like that, but it actually does work. Okay, so pick any of these 3. Share with me what's your best way to practice self-care. And these are my 3 ways. And yeah, I'd love to hear from you. And you know you can always send me a direct message anytime you want. Okay, take care. Bye.